when it was critical.
You're very welcome back. You're watching the Daily Rundown with me, Fiona Fox. Now, Prince Harry has spoken of his regret that he did not talk about how the death of Princess Diana affected him until 3 years ago. Prince Harry was speaking as he hosted an event for the mental health charity Heads Together, which was attended by a number of sports stars. The event aimed to highlight the fact that anyone can suffer from mental health issues. Prince Harry formed Heads Together, which aims to bring together leading mental health charities. I like this one because, I don't know, Prince Harry, he just kind of can do no wrong in my eyes anyway. But it's always nice to see sort of a down-to-earth element of the royals, isn't it? Would you like to see, do you think it's nice to see the royals kind of getting involved and raising awareness and kind of community issues?
I think it's the main reason that they exist. I think that's what they should be doing.
That's what they should be doing.
All the time.
That's all we should be hearing from them.
Yeah, largely, you know, because if I see another OK magazine with a 29-page spread of Prince George's new nappy changer, like, for the love of God, there's so many more important things going on in the world to care about that, you know.
He's cute though, Drew. He's a cute baby.
It's just redheads of the world unite, you know. I think it's that's what their main function should be, because so many people follow what they say and they can raise awareness of so much. I mean, his mum raised a lot of awareness about HIV, and I mean, I still remember that thing when she shook the hand or kissed the cheek of someone when she visited the hospital with HIV.
And it was huge at the time.
It was mad. And back then, of course, 20 years ago, it was even bigger deal. And I think it's really important that he particularly carries on his mum's legacy. And because depression is an awful thing. So many people have had it. I've had it. Lots of people have had it, and nobody.
Touches so many people.
No one wants to talk about it. And the irony is that's the one thing you should do. It's just finding the right people to talk to.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a big deal too. There's nothing worse than talking to somebody who's not like a friend who it's just not their thing.
Well, this is another thing though that I think this is another important element of raising awareness. Is for that exact type of person who's not sure how to deal with somebody who does come to them, who might express that they have some issues or they're not feeling that good in themselves. We all need that awareness, whether we're sort of affected by it or not, because actually we are all affected by it, because we'll always know somebody, whether it affects us or not. I think though, do you feel, just because you mentioned Princess Diana as well, we didn't always expect Prince Harry to be the one to follow in her footsteps. It was been William for quite a while, hasn't it? William, you know, he's very steady. You see him, even when he did his gap year, he kind of went to South America. He's worked with like underprivileged children and that. Is this another side of Harry we're seeing, do you think? Not the Vegas Harry or the...
I adore Harry.
The inappropriate Halloween costumes.
I really adore him. Even that, I mean, he was just being a young guy.
Yeah, I think that's why he's normal, so people can identify to him probably more than the others.
Yeah.
That's the deal.
But it's really good to hear him speak about his mum, because I've actually been following his work quite closely of late. He was in Manchester not so long back, playing rugby, which is amazing. He did a live AIDS test on the royal family
that was just
page
a few weeks ago
on Facebook, and now he's raising this. He's talking about mental health issues, and like you said, Drew, if you've ever been depressed, that's a mental health issue, and it's so good to see the taboo wall around this subject being toppled down constantly these days, because we do all have them. I've talked about it on my own show. I had a terrible Tuesday a good couple of months ago. One of the worst days I've ever had in my life. It came out of nowhere, sideswiped me, and I was having suicidal thoughts. Me, 47-year-old Paul, who's dead loud and gregarious. And it impacted me so much. I did a YouTube video about it, because I was just like, I have to share how I got to this place and how I got myself out of it. So with someone like the Prince talking about it and being honest, and it's good to hear him talk about his mum as well, and openly admit, I haven't talked about her enough. I never did.
Which is quite a common trait among young men, especially, isn't it? So he's not, obviously the mental health issue as a general subject, he's raising awareness. But we've talked a little bit on the show how difficult it can be for men and younger men, even though we are in this world now of openness, and we were just saying we communicate on every level, every medium, don't we? We're Snapchatting, we're Facebooking.
About the trivial.
About the trivial stuff, exactly. But when it comes to important stuff, men still find it quite hard to express themselves. Do you feel that that a lot of men will look up to Prince Harry as a role model, though?
I would hope so.
If he's the best chance we've got out of all the royals.
Yeah.
Do you feel
Certainly.
him?
Oh yeah, because he is.
What do you think it is? What makes it?
He
What
just
about him
seems
makes
he's
it
quite blokey, which is, and that's not to be stereotypical, you know.
No,
Yeah.
he is though.
But he's,
I feel like it's just a bit
totally
more
get that.
normal
he's
or
just somebody that you
something,
just think you could probably go up and say, "Hi, how are you getting on?" to without sort of feeling starstruck or you know, whatever. And you know, I think he's got a much broader appeal because of all that. Because as you say, he's just kind of like normal, obviously insanely wealthy, but that aside, you know, he's sort of like a normal kind of guy.
Can I just jump in there as well and say that he's incredibly hot?
I mean, there's no getting away from it, is there? There's no getting away from it. He's attractive.
He's a good-looking guy. He's a
Man.
really good-looking
Man.
guy.
It's a shame, isn't it, that poor old William got male part and baldness from the family, and
Oh no,
Harry.
Harry's got it too.
Coming on him.
He,
It's coming on him.
he was signing some wall the other day, and it was a back
They
shot,
focused
and
on it.
I was like, oh bless.
Well, maybe this is
But
the
it's
next
It
organisation to
makes
be
a lot
involved
more
with.
masculine.
Exactly.
More men can kind of say, oh, he's balding like me.
Well, listen, maybe we're going to see a day where one or both of them are going to like do a full skinhead shave. You know, go for that burly kind of Ross Kemp look.
You probably do it
because
for
they've had to
charity.
shave it off.
I'm sure
Yeah.
that's
I
next thing on his list.
Is there anything that you'd like to see them highlighting that hasn't happened yet, and maybe I don't know, there's whatever that might be a bit more controversial or
It's difficult because
That's the
you
royals
think
get
of them as
involved
being so removed from reality most of the time. And I think that's how I feel about most of the royal family. With him, much less so, because he is involved in sort of areas like mental health and HIV testing stuff that are everyday. You know, everyone can relate to ideas. He's not above that kind of thing. You feel that others are sort of like hovercrafts floating above that kind of stuff. They're not really as involved, but he's actually actively involved because you get the impression that he knows about it. He's not just read a book or gone online. He's actually studied it.
Yeah.
He knows people. He's done more than research. He's sort of living it.
Yeah.
I think that's why he is more identifiable. And I think talking about his mum, I think that is quite a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
When I lost my mum, that's what triggered my depression.
Of course,
Yeah.
bereavement is a
It's a
massive
huge
trigger.
thing.
And as you said, Paul, or you kind of mentioned earlier on, it can just come from nowhere, can't
Yeah,
it?
absolutely.
And I think bereavement for someone who might consider themselves, oh, you know, I'm not that type of person, I've never been depressed before, and that is something if you haven't experienced before.
I
you
also
can
think
take it.
I think it's
the rug from
important
under
for him
your
to
feet.
talk about his mum because she played such a huge role in British culture.
Yeah.
And then suddenly she was gone.
Yeah. And he was so young.
It was all kind of hushed up very quickly. I mean, don't forget, it took a public outcry for the Queen to actually say something about it. And then since then, it's been very kind of quiet. So it's nice it's like opening the door again to let people remember and acknowledge that this guy's mum was actually awesome.
Yeah.
And he's following
And
down her
young,
footsteps.
you know, when she died.
Do you know,
It's important that he
as you
does
get
talk
older,
about
you just
that.
realise how young she was, and obviously as just, what was she, 36?
Something like that, yeah.
And he was 12.
And probably the protocol at the time, especially among the royals, was we don't talk about this. So he probably had it suppressed
Yes.
through no fault of his
Yeah.
own. So to grow up like that, and he couldn't ignore it because she's still in all the magazines and stuff. I mean, it's amazing he's turned out how he has, because I can't imagine the royals are big on therapy. They probably keep a lot of skeletons buried. And,
Yeah.
Well,
you know,
then again, we make these assumptions about them, and they do kind of now and again surprise us, I think. I think that they're, you know, this, for example, the HIV, the STI testing that Harry did recently, that would never have been done,
No.
you know,
No.
in years gone by, never. So, you know, never say never. Maybe they're going to start endorsing talk therapy and that type of thing. Which would be
yes, but it's
fantastic.
like you said, when Diana did die, they weren't even they barely wanted to acknowledge it until the outcry. So it's not their way to be openly gregarious and outgoing in that way. It's quite personal.
Sure.
I think that's why this is so good though, because Diana was at complete loggerheads with the rest of the royal family, because she went out and touched people
Yeah.
and talked to them and was a real person that you could touch and speak to.
And the first who did that, I think, in the royal family,
Absolutely.
definitely. But yeah.
And so there was this barrier between her and the rest, and that seems to have gone now.
Yeah.
Because Harry is being the male younger version of his mum.
Yeah.
He's doing exactly the same thing, but he's not getting shunned for it. He's not getting lambasted for it. It's being accepted, celebrated,
I think it's also easier for a guy to do that because a woman's always going to get lambasted from some quarter.
Yeah, and
She had a tough old road anyway because because she was a woman. So I think he could probably plough on even further just because he's.
I think he's
a
had
man.
quite an impact on the Queen. You know, I think she's chilled majorly over the last.
I'm sure
couple
she
of
almost
years.
cracked a
4
smile
years.
during her
I'm a
90th birthday
fan.
celebrations.
I'm a
It's
fan of the Queen.
First time
I
I've
have
seen
to
her
say.
smile.
Remember the video, the intro to the Olympics.
Or with
that she did
Bond.
with Daniel
Oh
Craig.
my goodness, that was, do you know, I watched those the first half of that segment, my husband was just kept insisting, it's a lookalike, it's not the Queen. They've got one of those and I'm like, it's the Queen. He's like, why would the Queen do this? They would never let her do this.
She didn't get out of the plane though.
That
was a
wasn't her
stand-in.
But
Spoiler alert, right?
then she did a video recently with Harry
For the games.
for the Invictus Games.
Amazing.
And she was just like, oh, really?
That might have been my favourite one actually. It was kind of,
Yeah.
oh please.
She might be
No,
going
Obama went,
into.
boom.
Yeah.
She's probably in the jungle. I'm a celebrity. That'll be our next role, won't it? Blankety blank, maybe. Who knows?
I'd love to see one of the royals in the jungle or Celebrity Big Brother.
Harry would do it.
He might.
He'd do out
He
him.
might. Do you think? I think that there's still
Try
that
out one,
barrier.
Sarah.
I think there's still that barrier that we're not going to get around. No, it's not. It's nice. Maybe one of the cousins, Zara, or so. She was a bit wild in her day, wasn't she? Before she
Well, they've
settled
done
down?
quite a few things. Well, her husband's done all the reality shows.
You're
Mike
right.
Tyndall, he did
You're right,
the
he's
jump,
done
the
something.
ski thing, and he did
Yeah.
that thing with Bear Grylls. We've got to try and wee into a tube and make it last for a week or something.
What, as your dinner or something?
So,
or,
yeah, you make it into some sort of trifle or something. No
Oh
idea.
my goodness, pea trifle, lovely. And now, from Prince Harry, anyway, Drew, you always manage to bring us down these roads. Thanks very much for that, guys. We're going to go for another break. We've got lots more news, and as I said, our jazz special. We've got a jazz music guest coming up for you as well. Very exciting. Don't go anywhere.